Hi, this is Alex with Maple Leaf Coffee Roasters in Roselle. I'm here today to talk about our 2024 seasonal blend for the winter. Check it out. So every 3 months, we come up with a new blend for the season. We do a winter, spring, fall, and summer blend, and we do our best to craft a blend of coffee that matches the overall feel and tenor of the season. The spring and summer blends tend to be on the lighter, easier drinking end of things. Fall, usually more of a kind of medium to almost bordering on dark roast sort of thing. And the winter blend is the one that we specifically craft to be a heavier drinking, more aggressive kind of coffee that has a bit more weight to it, especially relative to both the spring and the summer blends. And we do that because we kind of generally feel that winter coffees tend to be on the darker end of things for most drinkers. They want something that really can kind of warm up to and is a little bit more of a heavier feel. And we just generally try to build our winter blend around that kind of sensibility. So as a reminder for the seasonal blends, what we do is we combine 3 different coffee options and we do them in a 60-20-20% split. The 60% coffee is the one that we want to be your top line big takeaway when you're taking a sip of coffee or you're pulling up the grounds to your nose. This is the one that really kind of is the main coffee that you're smelling and experiencing. We want those other 20% coffees to be the supporting players, the things that sort of add some character or complement that primary ingredient in some substantial way. And this year we found something really interesting to combine. We combined the Indonesian Bali Blue Moon as our main ingredient, a dark roast of a Nicaraguan coffee that we use in one of our blends, the Hartford blend, and the single origin Brazilian coffee that we currently have on sale as a light roast. These 3 coffees, I think, combine together to create something truly unique that is a really great way to celebrate the kind of colder months that we're ahead for in the next 3 months. So this coffee, those 3 individual component parts bring something really interesting to the table, each one of them. The Indonesian coffee is one of our holiday favorites. That's a heavier drinking, kind of creamy, citrusy sort of feel to it that has a very rich aftertaste. We think that this coffee on its own drinks fairly well, has a nice richer flavor to it that is easy to stomach as well. The Nicaraguan coffee that we use in this blend is also the same Nicaraguan dark roast that we use in our Hartford espresso blend. And that is the ingredient in the espresso blend that is meant to bring body, a little bit of smoky, almost marshmallowy kind of quality to it. Something that has a bold flavor to it, but also a touch of sweetness and a little bit of a smoky character as well. And the Brazilian coffee that we have in this is one that we've had on the shelf for a couple of months now, which is a natural process light roast Brazilian coffee that has a malty, molassesy kind of texture to it. And as a natural process coffee, you get some variation in flavor from sip to sip. One of the key characteristics that I've been informing people about with this coffee as well is something kind of signature to a lot of lighter roasted Central American coffees from places like Nicaragua or Brazil, that they generally tend to drink a little bit bigger than a light roast generally will. We've had some coffees from both Nicaragua and Brazil for light roasts in the past, and I have enjoyed being able to sell those coffees to people who weren't conventionally light roast drinkers because of that bigger body compared to what you normally expect out of a light roast coffee. So I think the 3 of these things put together combine to create something with a much larger body in it than you would normally see out of any one of them separately. But that interesting addition in the Brazilian light roast in this does give this coffee a certain characteristic to it that I don't think we've really seen in some of our previous winter blends. Generally speaking, in the past, in the winter blend, we've always built it around a very dark roast ingredient like this Blue Moon, but we've always supported it with something that's either a medium or dark roast in order to continue to increase the overall level of the body of the coffee. And I think this year, the Nicaraguan and the Indonesian coffees together kind of do all the work that they need to be doing in order to give this coffee that hefty feel to it that you generally expect out of some of our winter blends. But the Brazilian coffee in this, that's the light roast, doesn't subtract from that body. In fact, it actually adds to it a little bit because of the nature of that coffee itself, while also adding like that malty, molassesy sort of texture to it that I think really gives this a very interesting and curious kind of overall combination of flavors. So we're really always excited for this winter blend because we have a lot of people who look forward to this in being a heavier drinking, richer flavor. This is coffee that will be available until about the middle of March when we take things from the winter blend into spring. And we will have this on sale in store and online, only in 12-ounce bags. This is one of the few coffees that we restrict the size of, and we only sell this, unfortunately, in those 12-ounce bags too. So we hope to see you in store or online to grab this coffee and sometime over the next 3 months. Take care.